And ahoy gamers, welcome back to Path of Exile. As I play for this as a complete noob, I can't say this is my first time anymore because, well, you see previously, on Saturday, a couple of days ago, my Juggernaut died. I've been playing as a Ruthless Witch on stream, which I will be continuing streams hopefully this weekend. But I've regained and I've caught back up to where the Juggernaut passed, and we're now at the same location on my Gladiator. So I'm not a brand new player, I'm just a very much noob at this game now. So I have been listening to everyone's comments. I can now have the time to catch up to what everyone's been saying. I've actually addressed a lot of what people have mentioned. So if people feel like you've been ignored in the comments, you haven't been. I just recorded most of what happened on the Marauder in 1 or 2 sit-ins. So by the time people had told me and given me comments or recommendations, I'd already recorded it. So it looked like I was ignoring you all. I wasn't. I just, because of how I record my episodes, I just wasn't able to do it as we went. So here we are. We're on our Gladiator here. We've got a few things here. There's a few things I haven't done on this character, which is I haven't put any extra bonuses on any of my flasks yet. So I haven't put any prefix or suffixes to do with crafting, because I haven't been focusing on that. But I have got a lot of decent gear with some crafting elements onto them. Haven't done loads of crafting, but done a little bit, especially on this main axe here. But our rough gear here is mixed between evasion and armor, with this, which is okay actually. With loads of evasion rating, and we have nothing on our second bar. We just have this, or we do have this I guess, but we're not using it. And our gear altogether is actually okay. I go for our stats now. So our stats as a character, not very much intelligence, loads of dex, loads of strength. We're not as tanky as our previous character. So you look at our DPS here, but this is the big one. This is what we were using. So I have listened to a lot of people's feedback. The first attempt on my Juggernaut, I didn't use any builds, didn't do any research. This time I did do research on this character. So we are using a Sunder build. Sunder Bleed build, I should say. So we come down here, straight through, hit across here, straight across. We've got this big double point here, big node here with this mastery, continuing up all the way through here, born to fight, butchery, got barbarianism, savage wounds. We've got this one. So we're not about big damage, we're about bleeding. We want to cause as much bleed as possible. So then down this, we've gone for the gladiator route here. We've got attack, speed, bleed chance, as well as gratuitous violence, where when we bleed an enemy and they die, they explode. Does a fair bit of damage. That's what we're going for. So far, so good. Obviously, the character hasn't died yet. The skills we have at the moment, so I've got left click as move only. I used to have a middle mouse button, but I realised actually I don't actually have a left click to attack. I've got my Sunder right here. My Sunder at the moment is using a chance to bleed modification. It's using a cruelty support modification, and it's using maim support modification into Sunder, which makes it really powerful. Everything just bleeds down. If it doesn't die from my original attack, it will just bleed down. And then the skills I've got Leap Slam here. I've got Vitality and Blood and Sand here. I do have a plans for some other skills to use, but on the back bar I've got my passives. On the front bar I don't really have any other skills I want to use just yet. Now, I haven't done very much of the mining with Nikos, but I have been doing some King's March. That's where I got some of the additional items from. Especially this helmet is where I got from here. I've been doing a lot of, that's the wrong button, doing a lot of the shipping here. So rewards, every time I can, I always do one of these ship-ins just to see what they're like. And then I'll prepare a shipment. I literally just sell as many of these as possible. And then I select a port and we go in there. And set sail. Now it'll be done in 41 minutes. So that'll give me some loot in 41 minutes time. I'm going to quickly throw all this. Ooh, that's a ring. Max life, grants... ooh. No, that's fine. So I'm going to quickly sort out my inventory. Have a look at what we just dropped there. We're in Act 4 now. Yes. So you can sort our inventory. But while I'm sorting out, we are now in Act 4. I've caught up to where we were on our last character. Last character we got to fight in Piety for the second time. And that's as far as we got. So we are going to go straight back to that point. Well, just before that point. So we're in the Crystal Veins. I'm going to showcase this build. So this episode I'm going to showcase what I've done so far. We're going to do both of these dreams in this episode. And then get probably up to the party fight. Depends how long. So I've spent 5 minutes talking about things. And I haven't actually shown anything. So it depends how quick we can do these areas. Yeah, so we're going to spend a couple of minutes clearing everything out. So obviously I spent a lot of time on this character already, and it's actually quite fun. Before I committed to this character, did a few attempts at other builds off camera, off stream, and this is the only one that stuck with me. I never got past Act 1 on any other builds. I tried to make a few archers and whatnot. Nothing really stuck. But hey, that's just my playstyle. I quite enjoy this quick melee playstyle. Everything bleeds down. I need to hit things once, maybe even twice. I am using a rough build for max roll, which will be down in the description. I'm essentially following skill placement on this skill tree, but that's it. And what weapons and gems I should use. I should clarify. But yeah, nothing else really stuck for me, and I just didn't really feel safe playing a hardcore with any other class other than something that's heavy armor like this, or medium/heavy armor, because I've got a lot of survivability. I'm not going to bother grabbing all that gold. I've got a lot of survivability, I've got a lot of dodge chance. What is my actual dodge chance, actually, thinking about it? Defense, evasion rating, so it's 35% chance to dodge attacks, which is quite good. You can see how quick I'm killing things as well, which is quite nice. What is this thing? We've got Battleborn. Well, nice. And right, you can see how quick I take these out as well. It's insane how good Sunder is on their bleed build. Really happy with this. It's a shame my my Gladiator had to die. But not Gladiator, my Juggernaut. I was enjoying that. But you can see how good this build is. Really good. We'll jump back in when we get to the boss of this dream area. And we'll do exactly the same on the other side. And actually, no, thinking about it, we'll actually take Piety out today. We'll fight this boss. Then we'll go off and fight the next boss on the other wing. And then we'll go and take on Piety. And then we'll end this episode on Piety. I think we should be able to take her out. As long as I don't do anything stupid like jump on her while she's got her beams, we should be okay. That was really embarrassing, dying to Piety like that. I knew the beams were going to be a problem, and I knew in my head I shouldn't have jumped towards her. But I'm still using the same skills. I'm still using leap again, so hopefully I don't jump on her while she's doing her Jesus beams again. So here's the first boss. Let's see how tough he is. So I don't have my... Look how quick his bleed is on him. Yeah, so I'm not as tanky as I was last time, but I definitely do a lot of damage. Yes, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know what to say. There's just a lot of damage. I really made... The last build I made wasn't the best. I was really tanky. Just the tankiness to damage ratio was just a little bit out. But now I think I'm just a little bit too... I think I do a little bit too much damage, and I'm not that tanky. But hey, if I can kill everything in 1 or 2 hits and dodge all the damage, we should be okay. Should be okay. We're going to punch that. I'm not too fussed about these. Once we finish the campaign, we'll then come and start doing some farming for loot and resources. I'm not too fussed about what we're playing through. Obviously, I do care more about experience. So while I was playing this, I did do a lot of farming. So every time I got to a location where I was able to get some decent experience, or any boss which I thought I could farm, I would just be there for an hour, just over leveling. I didn't want to take any chances. So I forgot to say, I'm level 45. So I'm now the same level as my Juggernaut. There we go. Okay, is anything? Okay, there's one more mob left. Fine. Yes, I'm same level as my Juggernaut now, which is quite nice. Without sounding too much of a noob, this was about my 8th attempt to get back to this point. I made so many characters, and so many of them died to that fire mage in the second part of the beach. Once you leave the haven, there is that fire person that just teleports at you and drops those fire meteors. So strong, absolutely destroyed me. But hey, I'm not as I'd say I'm not as much of a noob as I was, but I think I still am. I think I'm going to probably die to something really stupid, but hey, as long as I can get some content out of it, I can make somebody else laugh, or at least smile, or at least have some entertainment. That's what I really care for. I will want to try and get some, probably won't be for this week, but I do want to go back to doing some crafting and putting some prefixes onto my potions to try and avoid, if I do pre-use them before I actually need them, to try and give us some form of benefit. So I know I have a big issue of me overusing potions before I need to. Okay, Gardens Arena. Oh, this arena place is a really annoying place, isn't it? Yes, it is really annoying. I think it was left last time. I don't know whether this changes. Bit weird that these guys take bleed damage because in their statues. It was left last time. Let's hope it's this way this time. I just want to kind of give myself a bit of room each time we take some enemies out. Oh, that's a card we haven't had before. Okay, this is the right way. So we'll probably jump back in when we get to the boss again. And we're now back at the Ring of Blades. See how tough this boss is. When he's ready. Okay, first phase down. Then he stood back up. Second phase down. Okay, want to try and avoid that if we can.
My spirits are spent.
Just gonna let him bleed. And the final phase. There we go. Awesome. Nice and easy. I don't really care for any of that here. So we're now going to make our way back to Piety to end this episode. Yeah. So hopefully in this episode we might finish. Well, we're at least going to take on Piety. We might finish Act 4. I don't know how big Act 4 is. We've already listened to this, so we're going to skip through this. The Belly of the Beast, level 1. Yeah. Okay, so
I'm inside it.
there's 2 quests back in town. Let's go talk to Dahlia. Dahlia up here? Where is Dahlia? Yeah, she's up here. We're going to see what these 2 rewards are. I don't remember us doing it before.
What is that in your eyes?
Oh, I think we handed these in before. And I don't think we need any of these. We're going to be honest. I think that's probably going to be... Okay, fine.
I live.
I know I've got a skill point to use down here, which I'll quickly assign. Just need to double check where I should put it. We're going back into the Belly of the Beast. The skill point I put is this one down here. So we're going to make our way to somewhere down. I think it's this one down here. We're making our way down here somewhere. I can't... I literally just looked down. I've already forgotten where we're going. Oh, this boy needs to be destroyed. We can reach him. There he goes down. Take these out as well. I think mana's a big issue, to be honest, but hey, not the end of the world. Okay, let's take out this one as well. And I do need to put something like life tap on my leap, so I can just spam leap without having to use my mana. It's something I'm kind of thinking about whether I should do or not. It will definitely be useful. Yes, dead end, that's fine. And what's the chances of me taking Piety out this time? I think you've got a good chance to take Piety out. Not sure what's after Piety, I'm going to be honest, but I think Piety should be fine. That's a questionable shape, that's for sure. And can't remember how big this place was or how far into the Belly of the Beast we had to go. Whether it was on a separate floor, I can't remember. But it's nice to know in the comments that the original game only had 3 acts. So in theory, I did complete Path of Exile in my first attempt. In theory. Alright, just keep jumping through. Okay, extra minions, that's fine. Take out the real one here. Awesome. I'm not too fussed about the random mobs we're pushing through. I'll drop the odd sunder here or there, but don't really need to kill every single one of them. It's just whenever it's a unique or a champion like this, then I will care. And I think we're almost there. There's a ring. Don't really want a ring. I think at the moment we don't really need gear. We're happy with what we've got. When we get to the next act, we'll just do a load of... Wait, was that any good? No, it's just armor, fine. When we get to the next act, off camera, I'll just do a load of shopping or some crafting. Realistically, I'll probably do some King's March and hope that my shipments come back with something good. So if it comes back with something good, I won't have to farm for gear. I could just use King's March, which I have been doing, which is quite useful actually. So when you guys recommended me using King's March, I wanted my first playthrough to be just see what I can do with the game. And now I'm open to suggestions, and I'm definitely using them as I'm playing. Right. Was this Piety? Yeah, it might be one more floor. But at least it gives us more ores. We definitely need some ores. It's one thing we're probably the lowest on is these ores. And
I can't do this just yet.
oh, nice. Oh, okay, I was gonna say gem just leveled up, but I'm not high enough level. It's fine. And I was doing a lot of farming as well. So what area did I farm? I farmed this area down here, the Dried Lake, a lot because a few bosses down there. So I just sat down there farming for about 3 to 4 hours, really for loot, while I was waiting for my King's March shipments to come through. Right, how much further we got? Also learned something where if you teleport to a different map, you can reset the instance, which I had no idea you could do before, which is really useful. And you might notice as well, so reset an instance, for those that don't know, I'll come back just here, but if you go to a new map, let's say I want to teleport to the Aqueduct, if you hold down control and left click, it comes up with this. If you've got an instance open, like here we've got an instance open, this is my old instance, this will be a new one. So if you want to farm, just do that and it just allows you to farm. And the lag I had in the game was because of this. My network code was on the other option and not predictive. I can't remember what the other option was. So it was randomly causing server lag. So as soon as I changed that to predictive, I've not had any lag since. So those are two things I've discovered between the previous series and, well, it's still going to be the same series, but from playing on my Juggernaut to now. Really useful stuff. Alright, here we go. I think this might be it. Bowels of the Beast. There she is.
You're so cute when you're bewildered.
Alright, let's go give this a go. Right. Try and avoid her. So, I've let's see how this goes. I had to let's see. Yep. So I tried to cheap out and cheat this. Piety's really strong. Really strong. That's a shame. That's a real big shame. We will yeah. I don't know what to say now. This is going to be the perfect character. This was going to be the one. But however, we're going to go again. So this took me like a week and a half to get to this point. And yeah, I even gave so essentially ran away from Piety the first time. thinking that I could, you know, maybe give a second attempt. But obviously running away did not do anything, and she destroyed me again. So I'm still going to put this video up. I don't know whether there's going to be another Path of Exile video this week, so I'm going to be perfectly honest. This had taken me a lot of time to get this character to this point. So I'm going to do a bit of research, see what other characters we might be able to attempt this on. That's a big shame. I don't know really what to say now, other than... We might make another Juggernaut. I think Juggernaut was the best bet. I think what failed in the Juggernaut was my own ability with... I don't know, I get loads of recipes here, but my own ability I failed on because I jumped on top of Piety. I would have managed to do it if I didn't do that point. But hey, that's besides the point. So we're going to drop back to the character selection screen. So there we go. All 3 of my characters I've made so far. Both my Juggernaut and a Gladiator both died at level 45. I will try and regain, but I don't know whether I'm going to get this done for the next video. So obviously I wanted 3 videos of this out a week. I probably won't get one done before then. Whether I do another character going for the axe, we'll see in 2 days' time. It depends on how much time I've got before I go back to work. So that was another fail of us going through Piety. The rest of the game was perfectly fine, perfectly legitimate, had no issues at all. It's just that party fight where she just tore us a new one. And I don't know what we could have done differently with that build. I think the build is just not a boss killer. At least, well, it may be, just I may have done something wrong, or I think I could have done a few other skills which could have buffed myself, like the bubble shield. Could have put bubble shield on, but I'm rambling now. So if you made this far, thank you much for watching. I hope there will be another Path of Exile video out in 2 days' time. I might just do a me playing through Act 1, me playing through Act 2 on a character. We'll see. So, hope you have a wonderful day, everyone. And this is me failing for a, well, second time on Piety. I hate my life. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.